Think of the internet and you think of many things, but probably not God. And yet think of missionaries whose calling was to spread the word to unchristian peoples wherever they might be. 2 centuries ago it was some remote island. Well, now it's online. Christianity is now making its presence felt in cyberspace. You can go to virtual church, believe it or not. You can even confess online. In the beginning was the pixel. Natasha Utting reports.
You know YouTube.
White pieces go first.
And MySpace. Well, now the online giants have some spiritual competition from the likes of GodTube.
Jesus says even if you look at a woman with lust, you've committed adultery with her already in your heart.
And MyChurch. As their names suggest, the sites model themselves on the big guns, but have a focus on the holy.
Abstinence. Abstinence. Sing along, it's an easy verse.
Where YouTube's mantra is broadcast yourself, GodTube's is broadcast him. But that doesn't stop the comedy. Funny church moments to Baby's Got Book, a rework of Sir Mix-a-Lot's 90s hit Baby's Got Back.
Me so holy.
MyChurch takes a more traditional approach to Christian networking. But then there's Thy Space. Its members are just as likely to play video games and surf as go to church.
There's no holes in heaven. There's no drugs in heaven.
The so-called evils of the internet are well known. But now wholesome content is a force to be reckoned with. Taking on the youth Christian market in New Zealand is media company Soul Purpose. Soul Purpose began as just a hard copy magazine, but branched out into cyberspace.
As Christians, you know, it's pretty clear that we're supposed to be where people are, and more they're on the internet.
Wow, here's our new magazine.
At the moment we're printing 25,000 magazines per issue, but I think the website itself exceeds that.
With forums, podcasts, music blogs, they now have over 1 million unique visitors a month.
We have all our articles online, and I think just the fact that it's global and far more accessible than a print magazine makes it a lot more of a popular alternative.
For some, it may be an alternative to church or youth groups. For others, Soul Purpose hopes it's an accessible way of learning about Christianity.
Young people like using the internet. It's just the means of communication, the meeting ground of this generation.
It's hard to know how many New Zealanders are searching their soul online, but Christian media reports that 82 million Americans seek religious or spiritual information online. That's 3 times as many as 5 years ago. Google Jesus, and you get 146 million hit results. With over 1 billion users online every month, there's a big audience for spreading the gospel.
The Bible declares there's life and there's power in the scriptures.
So now there's Internet Evangelist Day. Feeling guilty? Why not confess your sins online? There's My Secret TV and dailyconfession.com. But be warned, your confession isn't just kept secret by a priest. It's presented for the whole world to read.
My husband and I are polyamorous. This means we're allowed to have boyfriends or girlfriends.
I don't think I'm a badass. The nicotine just feels so good.
Is it still cheating if you're a widow? But is it a sin to sift through other people's dirty laundry? New Zealand Christians are also leading the charge in Second Life. And before you shrug that off, remember there are 8 million people in this virtual universe. 8 million. The head of the New Zealand Bible Society, Mark Brown, has built a virtual Anglican cathedral here. His avatar met my avatar for an interview in between services. Why are you here in Second Life?
Well, I'm here for 2 reasons. The first is there's a huge number of members, and I believe the church has a place here. And the second is that I consider this virtual platform to be the future of the internet. and it's important for the church to develop as the technology develops.
So what would you say to critics who say Second Life is no place for a church?
Like real life, there is a minor element of Second Life that is very seedy. And behind the seedy practice, there's quite often a person who's suffering with addiction and pain, and the church is here to support and care for them.
Can people really find God online?
I believe people can encounter God online, because behind the pixels is a real heart.
Why would people want to come to church in Second Life? Isn't it all about the fantasy?
Partly it's about fantasy, but mostly it's a social networking platform.
Is this then the future of Christianity?
I think it may be part of the future, but it will always be a complement to the real world. This cannot replace face-to-face in my mind.
The interview got people dancing in the aisles, as did the news that a real bishop was creating an avatar and would soon be preaching here to the virtual masses. The internet is answering the prayers of countless alternative religions and spirituality groups too. And like my church, Muslim space is also gaining a following, and plans for my mosque appear to be underway too. As for my synagogue, well, watch this space.